Hello, my name is Keshwani. It's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. We're here because we want to improve our math skill for GRE, GMAT, SAT, what have you. Today is our day number 36. I have already put the problem on the blackboard. Here's how it goes. Just in the event that you have trouble reading my handwriting, I'm going to read it to you. We have a container that is filled with red, white, blue and green marbles. So a container is filled with red, white and blue and green marbles. Each worth 2, 3, 5 and 7 points respectively. In other words, the red marble is worth 2 points, the white is worth 3 points, the blue is worth 5 points and the green is worth 7 points. These marbles. A number of marbles are removed from the container. Number of marbles, we put our hand in there, we remove number of marbles and we record, their point values are recorded. We record the point value of each of the marbles that we removed. Then we multiply each of those point values together and it turns out that the product of all the points values of all the removed marbles equals 63,000. The question simply is, how many of each type of marbles are removed? One more time. A container filled with red, white, blue and green marbles, each worth 2, 3, 5 and 7 points respectively. A number of marbles are removed from the container. Their product value is recorded. If it turns out that the product of all the points value, or rather their point values are recorded. If it turns out that the product of all of their points value equals 63,000, then the question is, how many of each of these type of marbles are removed? That's all. What I want you to do here, as usual, is to pause the video, solve the problem by yourself. As I have told you before, it doesn't matter how long it takes you, and if you cannot figure it out right away, don't have to continue watching it today, you can do it tomorrow, whatever, but make sure that you solve it yourself, regardless of how long it takes, as I already said, and even if you need to get help from somebody else, it doesn't matter, do it yourself first, and then, once you have the answer, continue the video. Alright? I'll give you about 10 seconds to pause and unpause, and then I'll show you the solution. But do not watch the solution until you solve it yourself. Well, there you go. Let's get going. Well, the first thing we have to notice is that these point values that are given, these points value that are given for each of these marbles, we should notice right away that they are 2, 3, 5 and 7. They are all prime numbers. Something is going on here with prime numbers. What we need to do here is, the 63,000 that we have here, let's break it up into two parts. 63,000 is same as 63 times 1000. Because this is where all the prime, well anyway, this is 63 times 1000. Let's break up 63, see what the factors of 63 are. Let's divide by 3, so that's a 2 and a 1. Let's divide by 3 again, and we get a 7. In other words, 3 times 3 times 7 equals 63, obviously, which makes sense because 7 nines are 63. How do we know 7 nines are 63? Because 7 tens are 70, so if you have 1 less 70, it's going to be 63. That's what that is, 7 nines. Except we're not expressing as 7 nines, we're expressing this as 3 times 3 times 7. 3 times 7, 3 times 3 times 7 is your 63. How do I break up 1000? Let's divide by 2, we get 500. Let's divide by 2 again, we get 225. Let's divide by 5. There are 4 5s in the 20s, and then these 2 goes here, becomes 25. That gives you 45. Let's divide by 5 one more time. That is going to give us 9. Is that right? That should have been 250. 250 times 5, 250 times 2 is 500. That is wrong. try to do it in a hurry, get too cocky. Divide that by 2 and you get 125. Let's divide that by 5. 12 has 2 5s in it, and the 2 goes there, becomes 5. Let's divide by 5 one more time. 1. In other words, the factors of 1000 are, not factors rather, but 1000 can be expressed as 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 2, and then 5 times 5 times 5. 2 times 2 times 2, 8, and 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. 125 times 8 is 1000, because 100 times 8 would be 800, and then 8 more 25s makes it 200. That's 1000. I'm going to write this part here at the bottom here. 3 times 3 times 7. And since 63 times 1000 was 63,000, therefore 3 times 3 times 7 times this part is going to give us our 63,000. Now what does it tell us? Does it tell us anything? Of course it does. Otherwise there will be no bloody point in doing it. Well, 3 times 3, what is 3? How is 3? Which is, that's the white. 3 is white. And how many 3s do we have? We have 2 3s. That tells us that we have 2 white marbles. What is 7? 7 is green. 7 is green. And there is only one 7 here. So we have 1 green marble. Oh, what a fluke. I picked up a green marble for that. It wasn't premeditated. As I said, it was a fluke. And finally, well, not finally, but rather, we have 3 2s. 3 2s, and 2s are the red. And there are 3 of them. And then finally, we have, I'm running out of colors here. We use the 3 5s. What are 5s? 5s are red, blue, and red, white, and blue. Right here. And there are 3 of them. That's it, that's our answer. Blue. I hope you can read that low. But anyway, that's what the question was. How many of each type of marble is removed? The answer is there were 2 whites removed, 2 white marbles, 1 green marble, 3 red ones, and 3 blue ones. And altogether it's going to give us a product of 63,000, as I'm going to show you in a second here. The 2 white ones, red, white, that's a 3. So 3 times 3, because we have 2 of them. 1 green one, red, white, blue, and green, that's the last one, that's a 7 point. 3 red ones, which is 2 points each. And there are 3 of them. And finally, 3 blue ones. And the blue are 5 points each. There you go. And you will see that the product of all of this is exactly 63,000, because that's where it came from. We break it down 63 into factors, as little factors as possible, and that's what tells us there. In other words, I'm going to rewrite them in a different order. 7. In other words, 7 times 8 times 9 times 125 equals 63,000. That's it. We're done. The last part was not necessary. It was superfluous. It was gratuitous, unnecessary, unneeded, unwanted, unrequired. uncalled for. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, that was the end of it. The word that I just used was gratuitous. Oh, I don't have my book with me. Vocabulary thing. We learned that word before. Anyway, that was it. I'll see you tomorrow on day number 37. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring for GRE, GMAT, SAT or TOEFL, there are the website addresses there. Go to any of these website addresses that you see there and you can send me an email from there. Or you can simply go to kashwaniprep.com and send me an email from there. Alright? Thanks.